What's going on, guys? So I haven't made a video on my reptiles in a while because, well, I'm kind of on my way out of the hobby, and I've said that before, but then continued to cope and gradually lose interest in them, which is kind of fucked up to say, but it's just kind of the truth. I'm not giving them the love and attention that I should be giving them day to day, and for that reason, I'm probably gonna have only a handful of snakes in the near future. But for now, my focus is getting my geckos to new homes, because unfortunately, I lost one of my 3 gargoyle geckos very unexpectedly. My original plan was to breed them, but I mean, with the male passed away that I've had for like 4 or 5 years, that kind of felt like a kick in the dick per se. So I take responsibility. Like, there's probably, like, I noticed the week before he died he was a little sluggish, but I didn't really think anything of it because he seemed fine otherwise. And then I found him like on death's door like earlier last week at the time of recording this, and I like tried to like save him, but there was really nothing that I can do. He was definitely like already on his last legs, like literally. So that kind of triggered me after I lost him, and now I am rehoming my 2 remaining gargoyle geckos. I got them from Tiki's Geckos. They're super healthy, they're really cool, they're beautiful. I'll show you them momentarily. I did like a little photo shoot with them because photography has become like my hobby slash passion, so I wanted to just commemorate them. So yeah, I'm gonna box them up with you guys, and then we will bring them to the shipping facility, hopefully in time for my interviews today. This is the setup right now. This is where the gargoyle that passed away was, and now my neon day gecko's in here somewhere, and then the gargs are here. So these tanks are also going to be up for sale soon. If I know her, she's going to be in the cave in the bottom here. What do you know? I was right. Okay. Gotta make sure these don't crush her. Well, before I take her out, here she is. She is fired up. Very cool, very cool. She's beautiful. Like, the red gargs are fucking awesome. And I was a little concerned that she wasn't doing hot herself, but I mean, she was out last night and she looks beautiful right now, so shout out to her for going to a soon-to-be good home. So typically I would like prefer to put these guys in some kind of like deli cup, but I am fresh out of deli cups. I literally had this stash that I would have used for like breeding stuff should that have taken fruition, but I'm fresh out of freaking deli cups. So what I'm gonna do is take some paper towel, wet it, and throw it into these snake bags and then tie them shut. So hopefully she'll be okay with that. All right, audio. Oh, shit. Adios. Oh. Okay. Adios. You should be nice and comfy in there. On to the next one. Ah, there she is. Nice and plump. There she is. There she is. There she is. Ugh. Alright, I didn't really film her, but she's in here now. Salute. So to ship these, I have a couple pieces of like shipping paper I crumbled up, but I'm not going to use the whole thing like I thought. And I kind of just nestled them in there, and I'm going to add a little bit more to make them nice and secure. I honestly don't feel super good about this, only because I don't have deli cups, but I've secured the snake bags as best as I can, so I hope for the best. And then I also have this ice pack because they're going to Florida, so yeah, that'll be fun. I probably shouldn't have filmed this while I'm driving, but I just wanted to kind of like rant, well not rant, but just like things have really fucking changed since I got them to begin with. I bought these two from Tinky's Geckos in 2021, and I was planning on breeding them with, like I said, with my other gargoyle that passed away, and now it's just like, it's crazy that like 3 years later, right? Yeah, 3 years later, it's just not really in the cards anymore. It's not something I really want to do. I am glad that I bred my ball pythons when I did, because at least I like scratched that itch of my childhood self's dream. But, and like, I don't know, like I have one of my ball pythons I've had since I was like 11 or some shit. I got him in 2010 or 2011, so I'm not giving him away. I'm with him for the long haul. At this point, like I probably will have him, assuming he's like remains healthy, for another decade. But other than him, like if push came to shove, I could, I mean, I hate to say it, but I could sell the rest of my ball pythons. The whole point of this part of the video is just how I'm coming to terms with how I don't want to breed reptiles anymore. It's funny because like I never really, I mean I bred my ball pythons, but the way that I approached reptile breeding was I would always use like that concept to justify getting whatever I wanted, because I'll make the money back eventually. But then I would end up downsizing my collection and never breeding them, because I went through something, I want to say it was around the time I went to college. I had 2 het pied ball pythons. I have no pictures of them sadly, but I had a pair of het pieds. They were like 2 or 3 years old. They were like almost ready to breed, and I sold them. And I like, it was because I went to college, I'm pretty sure. But that was a giant buzzkill, because like I never bred them. And then my very first leopard gecko I never bred, my bearded dragon, the first bearded dragon I ever had, I bought him a mate, but he like passed away before he was able to breed. So yeah, it's just crazy how life kind of just happens, because like with all these reptiles, I would raise them up and then end up selling them just because life got in the way and things changed. And the season of life that I'm in right now is just gonna be dedicated to travel and wildlife photography and whatever and what have you. And I don't know, it's just a phase of life where I can't really afford to have reptiles anymore, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, like, it is what it is, you know. Like, I know that maybe one day when I do have property and I'm like settled, I want to get a black dragon water monitor from Nerd. That would be amazing. And I also would want to get another pair of Ackies, because they were so much fun to work with. I would just take it from there. But that won't be anytime soon, because I gotta figure my shit out, and I want to like kind of live through the next phase of my 20s. So yeah, again, here are my gargoyles. They're all packaged up. I'm nervous as shit, because you typically ship reptile, like you ship snakes in snake bags, and then you ship gargoyles or lizards in like deli cups, but I don't have any deli cups, and I didn't have time to buy any. And I could, well, no, that's a lie. I did. I just couldn't find them. So yeah, here we are. I'm really hoping that they'll survive this overnight, but I mean, I guess we'll see. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. But until the next video, bye. Editing Paul from the future here. Just a little update. The geckos did make it to their new home, safe and sound, with absolutely no issues. So that was a huge load off my shoulders, and I'm grateful that they're in a new home. So thank you for watching and listening to me rant about my changing interests and my reptiles and all that, and I will catch you on the next one.